Alright guys, so Justice Clarence Thomas has been in the news a lot lately for various reasons. One, he was in the hospital for about a week or so fighting an infection. And that was a very nervous time because, you know, for conservatives, Clarence Thomas is like the OG on the Supreme Court. Okay, he's the guy that is kind of holding everything together, right? He is the definition of what conservatives want to see from a Supreme Court justice, okay? And if something happened to that guy while Biden is still in office, we're in trouble, right? That would shift the balance of power in the Supreme Court substantially, okay? So yeah, a lot of people were keeping an eye on his health and how he's doing, and he's been released from the hospital from what I know, and I hope that he's doing well, right? I'm praying for him, okay? We cannot lose him. But the Democrats are trying to actually get rid of him, right, in another way, because there's a new scandal that has come out involving Clarence Thomas's wife. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details, okay, of what happened here or what the accusations are because of YouTube's whole thing about the 2020 election, okay? But in a nutshell, what happened is that allegedly Clarence Thomas' wife sent text messages to Trump's chief of staff, Mark Meadows, back during like November, right after the election, okay? And we all know what claims were being made at the time. And she sent messages to Mark Meadows, Trump's chief of staff, basically making claims that you're not allowed to make, right? Making claims about the 2020 election that you're not allowed to make, okay? And she was essentially encouraging the White House to go along with that, okay? And that is allegedly what the text messages said. Now, the Democrats are using these text messages to basically say, you know what? Clarence Thomas' wife, because she has opinions that we don't like, therefore, Clarence Thomas is compromised. That he shouldn't be allowed on the Supreme Court and that he must either be impeached or recuse himself from the January 6th court cases. Okay, so yeah, you have Democrats like Ilhan Omar who have come out and just flat out called for this man's impeachment, right? Saying that he should be impeached and removed from the Supreme Court over something that his wife said, okay? So without further ado, I'm going to actually play a clip from MSNBC of them discussing the Democrats wanting to impeach Justice Thomas. Take a look.
Believe, and I know you care about this institution a lot, and I know you've approved a lot of judges from the opposing party. This is not about partisanship. You were in the Senate a long time. You're saying, though, your read here is this is a potentially impeachable issue for Justice Thomas.
I believe so. If he knew about this communication. And as someone who's been married for, guess what, 60 years, I can tell you by listening to Ginny Thomas through the emails, I could almost hear her. She was hysterical. And it's hard for me to believe she didn't mention a thing or two about that. Now, the Supreme Court, they're not the supreme being. They're the Supreme Court. They still need to have some rules and regulations. It is stunning to me to recognize that they have none. And if they won't do it, if they won't write their own rules or agree to abide by the code of ethics that other judges do, I think also that the Congress should write those rules because this is outrageous. This is an outrageous abuse of power right here.
All right, so I got a few comments about this, okay? Because I find this to be fascinating, how the Democrats are launching this smear campaign against Clarence Thomas, who happens to be black, okay? Because of some text messages that his wife sent, okay? Not text messages that he sent, text messages that his wife sent, okay? And I got a couple things to say about that, okay? Because the Democrats told us that we're not supposed to be concerned about the private communications of family members of those who are in power. That's what they told us. Specifically when it comes to the Hunter Biden situation and what is going on in Ukraine, some of the business dealings he's having in China. Democrats said, hey, you know, that's Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden is Joe Biden's son. He's not president. He's not in the government. He doesn't have an official government position. So why should we pay attention to this? We shouldn't pay attention to it, even if it is true, right? Even if some of the emails suggest that Joe Biden could be involved because Joe Biden may or may not be the big guy, right? And if Joe Biden is the big guy, then that means that there's some conflict of interest going on that the president may have. Oh, no, don't worry about it, because Hunter Biden is not actually in office. So again, I wonder why the Democrats aren't using that same logic here when it comes to Clarence Thomas. Okay, his wife has what they deem to be the wrong opinion. Okay, and because she has the wrong opinion and she sent text messages to the White House telling the chief of staff there her opinion, that means that Clarence Thomas should be impeached. So again, if that's the case, then Biden should be impeached. Biden should be impeached for what happened with Hunter Biden, right? If we're going to be consistent here. Because, again, there's evidence to suggest that Biden could be involved, okay? That there's some conflict of interest here, right? That the Bidens could be selling influence, right? Again, I always find it fascinating how the mainstream liberal media finds ways to be outraged at some things, but not outraged at others. Okay. Second of all, I thought that we weren't supposed to be criticizing black Supreme Court judges, right? I thought that was racist. Okay, because the Democrats told us basically for the last week that criticisms of a black Supreme Court justice or somebody being considered to be a Supreme Court justice is racist, right? In response to the criticisms of Ketanji Brown Jackson, who is a black woman that is being considered to be on the Supreme Court. They said that the attacks against her from Josh Hawley and from the Republicans in regards to her record on, sex offenders is racist. That's what they said. That's what they told us. So how is it that now all of a sudden it's okay to attack a black Supreme Court justice? How does that work? How does that work? Because they told us that the attacks against Ketanji Brown Jackson were likely to get her killed. That Republicans were trying to get her killed. So can I make the same argument that Democrats are now trying to get Clarence Thomas killed? I can make that argument. Because a whole lot of these people, a whole lot of these Democrats, these liberals, these leftists, when news came out that Clarence Thomas was in the hospital, they were like, hey, if something happens to him, I ain't going to be sad, right? Because that would give Biden the opportunity to replace Clarence Thomas, who is the most conservative Supreme Court justice, with an uber liberal, right? It would shift the balance of the court. So again, these people have no moral compass whatsoever. They have no sense of standards or anything like that, okay? It is simply what we say goes. We don't care if it's hypocritical or not, right? Because again, now all of a sudden, it's okay to criticize black Supreme Court justices. When they told us, no, you can't do that. And if you do that, then, you're racist, right? You're racist and you're trying to get people killed. That's what they said. But now they want to criticize Clarence Thomas over some text messages that his wife sent, right? His wife, okay? They're basically trying to impeach the guy because his wife has opinions that they don't agree with. They want to outlaw people having a certain opinion in this country, okay? That's what they want to do, right? These are the people that claim not to be fascists, but they're trying to impeach a Supreme Court justice over the opinions of his wife, right? Again, it's amazing how this stuff works. It's amazing. So, like I said, man, this is just another example of how the Democrats have shown once again that they really don't give a damn about black people. Okay, they say that we love you because you're black. We support you because you're black. But as soon as you're black and you don't have liberal opinions or pro-Democrat opinions, they hate you. Look how they treat Clarence Thomas. Look how they treated Tim Scott. When Tim Scott gave the rebuttal to the State of the Union address last year from Joe Biden, you had white liberals out here calling the man an Oreo, calling him a Tom, calling him all types of slurs. This came from white liberals, right? Again, it tells you what they really actually think, right? And the attacks on Clarence Thomas, whether that's wishing him ill in regards to his health or trying to impeach the man over some text message that his wife said, again, more proof and evidence that the Democrats simply are about their agenda and their agenda only. Okay? That was about. They don't care about standards. They don't care about any of that stuff. So, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.